Robert Oppenheimer was born on April 22, 1904, in New York City, into a wealthy Jewish family. His father was a textile merchant, his mother a painter, and his brother would also become a physicist like him. Robert started his education at the Ethical Culture School, which was a part of his family's tradition. He was such a bright child that at the age of 10, he was already interested in 3 different subjects: minerals, physics, and chemistry. Robert was passionate about minerals and had been corresponding with the New York Mineralogical Club for a long time. When he was only 12 years old, the club invited him to give a speech, but nobody knew that he was just a 12-year-old child. Robert graduated from high school in 1921 and then went on to Harvard, where he began to experience the best years of his life, but he fell ill. He was diagnosed with a fatal case of dysentery and was bedridden for months. In the summer of 1922, his family took him to a health center for people seeking medical care in New Mexico. There, Oppenheimer began to show signs of improvement and was admitted to Harvard in the same year. Although Robert's main field of study was chemistry, a thermodynamics course he took from physics professor Percy Bridgman fueled his love of physics. Robert graduated with high honors in just 3 years, but his learning journey was far from over. Until the 1930s, Robert was in Europe, which can be said to be the center of physics, where he met leading names of his time such as J.J. Thomson, Max Born, Werner Heisenberg, and Enrico Fermi. During these years, he also developed the Born-Oppenheimer approach with Born and became close friends with Ernest Lawrence, one of the world's best experimental physicists, at Berkeley. So much so that Lawrence named his second son Robert. However, the excessive workload and Robert's introverted, a social world began to push him toward depression. Excessive smoking and not eating for long hours started to cause psychological and physical problems. With the death of his father Julius Oppenheimer, Robert Oppenheimer had become a wealthy man. Many scientists were affected by the beginning of World War II, but there was no disruption in Robert's work due to financial reasons. In 1939, the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute successfully split the atom. President Roosevelt was very concerned about the Nazis' success in this area, leading to the development of an atomic weapon. Afterward, Roosevelt launched the Manhattan Project in 1942. Shortly thereafter, Oppenheimer eagerly joined the project. Oppenheimer's task was to perform neutron calculations to determine how much material would be needed to create an atom bomb and how much impact it could have. In June 1942, despite many communist accusations against Oppenheimer, General Leslie Groves chose him to lead the project. The answer to whether this decision was correct would be given by the father of the atomic bomb, who led the best physicists in the field and managed around 3,000 people at Los Alamos, where the first nuclear explosion was successfully carried out on July 16, 1945. This experiment became known as Trinity, and within a month of the Trinity test, 2 atomic bombs named Little Boy and Fat Man were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In the years following the war, the Atom Energy Commission was established to continue atomic research instead of the Manhattan Project. Oppenheimer continued to serve as its chairman but opposed the development of hydrogen bombs that were 1,000 times more powerful than atomic bombs. During the Cold War, Oppenheimer's stance was questioned, and he faced charges of being a Soviet spy. He was subsequently excluded from the Atom Energy Commission for a long time. In the 1960s, President Kennedy invited him to a dinner with Nobel Prize winners, and the following year, President Johnson presented Oppenheimer with the Fermi Award, the highest honor given by the Atom Energy Commission. Robert Oppenheimer died on February 18, 1967, of throat cancer. His life and career are significant in terms of science, ethics, politics, and human history. He sparked many discussions about the development of nuclear weapons and drew attention to the responsibilities of scientists. Oppenheimer's life and work offer many lessons and advice to scientists and society. If you like the video and want to support me, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.